Welcome to our show today. As always, this is a very, very, very special show. It's all about our police department. It's all about technology, which grows every day. We learn something new every day in the tech world. And today we're going to do something I think that most people in Bensalem don't realize, the technology that we have here. And we're going to talk about a special technology. It's about drones. And a special drone that we use here in Bensalem that's in effect. And I'll start out with our Director Bill McVey. You want to start out our program, and let's get it on the way.
So, as you know, Mayor, we've been doing some type of drone program here since 2016. So we're 10 years in. We started with one drone, and we had 5 people trained as pilots to operate the drones in the township. So when we started that, it would respond to certain situations to assist our patrol officers in apprehensions, finding missing people, emergency type situations. Since that time, we've built a great program with multiple people trained as pilots. We now have multiple drones on the street at all times of the day, 24/7, that can respond to incidents and deploy the drone immediately to assist our officers. So it's been a great program that's had a lot of benefit to our township, keeping our township safe. But what we're announcing today is taking us to the next level of drone operation, where we're actually going to see this equipment that the sergeant's going to talk about, drone as first responder, where it's getting out immediately and instantly from a desk. Someone at a desk operating it, and it launches from a drone dock situated throughout this township to instantly respond, cutting out minutes of response time from police, fire, and EMS to give us immediate eyes on a suspect, on a missing person, on an emergency situation, so we can respond effectively. So we are very excited. I think what Sergeant Vandegrift is going to explain will really impress the people of our township, and we're very proud of this, Mayor.
Yeah, as we should be. I mean, I don't think anybody else has it, Bucks, yet.
No one else. I don't know of any other local municipal police department that does it. Philadelphia Police have instituted this, New York City Police Department, Camden, and it's shown great results. So we're very, very excited to do this as a local municipality.
Well, I'm going to get the real tech world here next to me in a minute here, and to give you an idea of techs. We have a gentleman, his family's been in Bensalem since the 1600s. And if you think we haven't gone a long way to when Sergeant talks to Sergeant Glenn Vandegrift, please explain.
First of all, Mayor, Director, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate the time. I do have to say that this is really an exciting time in Bensalem Township. As the Director stated, we've had a drone program here for a while, but this is really upping the ante. This new technology is taking us light years ahead of other departments in the area, and it's all about the safety of our residents and the people who visit our town on a regular basis. So, as the Director stated, we used to start with 5 pilots. We now have 22 pilots. That's almost a quarter of our police department are trained to fly drones. And the reason we're doing that is because of this drone here. Now, this drone is only part of a whole system. This drone is actually kept in a pod. It actually looks a little bit like Star Wars. And what we can do is we can sit at a desk inside of our police department. We can push a button, we can launch a drone automatically to all kinds of emergencies within the township. Now, one bit of a concern is that we are in restricted airspace here in Bensalem Township because of the Northeast Philadelphia Airport. But we have received all the waivers that we need from the Federal Aviation Administration. We have a very good working relationship with the tower at Northeast Airport, and all of these flights have been authorized the way we're doing it today. So what I'd like
That's interesting. I don't mean to interrupt you, but that is so interesting that you had to get that kind of permission because of the airport being so close to us. Is that because of height? What is the reason that we're restricted in some ways?
Yeah, because every airport in the country has a different class, A, B, C, D, and all the airspace has some type of a restriction on it. We're in Class D airspace here, and it's because all of the airplanes, the manned aircraft that fly to Northeast Airport, come a lot lower over Bensalem Township than they do when they're flying outside of the 5-mile radius of the actual airport.
Okay, so we had to be permitted to do that.
That's correct. It's
Okay.
very important for that. And I do just want to put a bit of a disclaimer in there. All the residents of the township who own drones, their kids own drones, their family own drones, should be aware of these FAA regulations, because when they fly a drone within the same airspace as us, there are restrictions. They should go to our Crime Watch page. There's a specific section on drones, and it'll point them to all of the restrictions and details that they have to do. They can still fly, they just have to follow the rules like we do.
Okay, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that's interesting about the airport.
No, for sure. So this drone in front of us here is called a Skydio X10 drone. Just a couple of quick pieces to it. You can see it has a camera on the front. It has a color camera and a thermal camera. And then we have a spotlight here so we can shine it down on stuff at nighttime. And then this fancy device over here is a parachute. And the parachute is on there for safety. If for some reason this drone loses altitude quickly, the parachute deploys and it'll come down to the ground softly so it doesn't injure anyone that might happen to be below the drone itself.
Unbelievable.
It is.
Just totally unbelievable. I mean, it does everything. I mean, you know, and I don't want to jump ahead, but when this is deployed in an emergency, is that when the police are also deployed, as a drone would be deployed?
Yes, the way this program works is we're going to deploy this drone the second the 911 call comes in. This may even be before police have the chance to start responding. We're going to start a drone to the location. The drones aren't to replace our patrol officers. What they're here to do is to gather intelligence for the responding patrol officers as they come in. Is the subject armed? Are they hiding somewhere? A lot of times we have people run from us, and it's very difficult to search a large area. With drones like this getting on the scene so quickly, we're able to do those searches and assist our patrol officers in making apprehensions in those type of crimes.
Just for a layman like me to try to understand, this drone is different than a police officer going out and putting a drone up. This drone automatically goes up by somebody doing it in that space thing that you called from space age stuff. And I'm sure they're going to show pictures of all of that,
Yes,
so you get an
absolutely.
idea of that. So there's a big difference.
The big difference here is time, right?
That's right,
So if a patrol officer has to hear a 911 call, get dispatched, drive to a scene, get out of their car, take the drone out, take it out, start it up, put it in the sky, it takes
Time.
some time, right?
This is automatic.
It's still quick, but with this one, somebody can be sitting at a desk, push one button, and it launches it directly to that location. We can get to almost anywhere in the township within 3 minutes with this drone. This travels approximately 45 miles an hour.
Wow.
Straight line
That's
to the
amazing.
location.
That is amazing. I keep interrupting you, I'm sorry.
No, that's fine, Mayor. So I do want to acknowledge that we have a great partnership with Axon Enterprises and Skydio. This is a Skydio drone. And, this is really game-changing technology for us. And the reason why we can utilize this is we've also created a real-time crime center. So we have created a real-time crime center that integrates all of our cameras, all of our license plate readers, all of our drone feeds in one location. So now when an incident occurs, we have one place that we have everything we need to gather intelligence and get that intelligence out to our officers so that they can serve the public in the best possible way.
Yeah, and we're always going to get the question, what I get all the time is money, right? Where do we get the money and how do these things happen? So you might want to give some detail on that.
Yeah, it's a great question, Mayor, because people do worry about that, right? But
absolutely.
We've worked with your administration, as you're aware. We appreciate your support and counsel, and a significant portion of the funding we've used for drones has come from our locally elected state representative, Casey Tomlinson. She was able to secure grant funding for us that's directly impacting this program, so it's not a burden on us, to allow us to put these technologies on the street. So we're very grateful for all of that support coming from the local level, state, and we're also trying to get some federal grants as well to give us these the funds to continue these programs. But I think what the sergeant was talking about, and just to put it in a real layman's terms like you had asked, when a fire call comes in, a dwelling fire, someone smells smoke, think of all the apparatus in this township that gets activated and the danger that could be on the street. A fire truck, lights and sirens, police officers. Just last week, I'm in my car monitoring the radio, and a dwelling fire call came out. The drone was deployed. Within 1 minute or so, the drone was advising there's no house on fire. It was a controlled burn in a fire pit in a neighbor's backyard. So then that drone operator can reduce all the speed of that apparatus, keeping our first responders safe and anyone traveling through the township safe. So it's giving us the intelligence for our officers, safety going in, but also making it safer that some of these calls that come in aren't real or they're misleading, and they're now able to dispel that quickly to retract resources to keep us more efficient and more effective. So
Yeah, and I know the speed of it is everything. And I think, well, I know, we have another one. We just don't have one. We have two. Am I correct?
So right now we have 2 locations. One is at our police station. The other one I'm not going to give.
Right.
And we're excited. We're hoping by the fall to have a third. And that'll give us the ability
Coverage.
to equally respond, coverage throughout this town, so we can get this out. Because the residents deserve this, and the people visiting deserve it. We have the technology and the capability that's put it in play. So we got the 2 up. We saw what we had. We're going to have a third by the fall. And then our task now is staffing this at critical times when the call volume is highest in Bensalem Township, so we can
Yeah.
respond.
Glenn, Sergeant Glenn Vandegrift, we understand you'll be retiring in sometime soon.
Yes, Mayor.
And I think the important thing, and I first when I heard that you have a retirement coming, I said, how are we going to respond to have somebody with the technology that you've given us through the years here? And I think either one of you will respond, how we're covering that for the future.
Sure. As you can see, we have a gentleman sitting out on camera, but across from us, Sergeant Matt Malcolm, who's been spending, as you say, Mayor, have a farm system. We always want to have people be ready to be replaced and take on and not have a step backwards. So Matt's done a great job in this township. He was recently a patrol sergeant. He's come in. We're giving them about almost a year of working together because of all the programs and technologies that Glenn has done an exceptional job with, so that Matt can take that torch and keep running with it and make us even better with the foundation that Glenn helps build with him.
And that, you know how important that is. You have to have that farm system, seriously.
Absolutely.
Because we have to have it, and I know Matt's been online with this. You've told me now it's been a while. So learning, and I think I heard you say we have 22 officers trained for the drones?
That's correct. And we have 22 officers, and we have a minimum of 2 drones on every shift that's out on the street, the handheld drones that can be launched. So this all supplements to everything else. We have handheld drones to put up, and we can launch these at any time from our headquarters to assist.
That's so important that everybody understands how this works. And the technology, next year this time we're going to be talking about something else. We will.
I'm a little scared about that.
Well, we're all scared of it, but I'm saying it's coming so quickly. I don't think AI has anything to do with this, does it, as far as monitoring? Or
No, it does not. This is just visual, the ability to see what's going on. And one of the really great things about this is every officer can bring the live drone feed right up on their township issued phones.
Wow.
And watch what we see while they're on scene. So if we see somebody in the woods, I'd like to say that we respond to all kinds of things here. So we have responded to house fires. We've responded to people who have run from us on traffic stops. We had a theft suspect that ran from officers a couple of months ago near Humeville and Gibson. The drone was up. It was at nighttime. We were able to use the thermal imaging to see that guy in the woods and direct officers to arrest him.
Right.
We just had one a couple of weeks ago where somebody ran from our officers in Nottingham. We were able to find the guy in the backyard, direct our officers to make the arrest, keeping our residents safe and not having this person running around in their backyards.
Yeah, and I think there's something, we always talk about Big Brother, you know, that this thing only flies in emergencies. I mean, it's deployed when for a reason, not just flying all day looking around and doing that. Am I correct?
That's correct. This is not a drone on patrol or anything like that. This is specific to when a call comes in, this drone gets deployed to assist our patrol officers in getting to the scene safely.
Yeah, I think we'll have some recordings here of the drone actually, how it's deployed and how it opens up. It's incredible when they do that. And you say within 3 minutes. That's impressive. Because a police officer is up here till he gets might take 5 or 6 or 7
Yes, sir.
minutes. So and can that be live as he's going to the site? Can he know what the drone is doing?
Yes, absolutely. The live stream can be streamed to any device. This is streamed to police officers, supervisors, command staff, as well as it can be streamed to our command post. If we ever have a large incident, they can see a live view of what every one of our drones sees while it's in the air.
Yeah, incredible. The technology is incredible. I know with the officers wear on there, we have languages that it's incredible. I don't know how they do all this, but they do it.
Mayor, Glenn might be able to articulate this better, but I believe our body cameras will be equipped, or they are. If an officer needed a drone to respond immediately, are going to be able to hit a button on their body camera to deploy that drone automatically to their location to get eyes on them. So
Oh my
think about
goodness.
that.
Yeah,
That's correct. The officer can push a button on their body camera. It sends an alert to our real-time crime center saying, I would like a drone deployed to my location, and we launch the drone immediately to assist.
wow, this is incredible stuff, guys. But this is for safety, for goodness sake. I mean, to be able to get there and respond and know what's going on. The camera's actually taken it to see. How long can it stay up? Is there a time period, like a couple hours it could be there? Or?
No, it's not quite that long. So the battery life on these drones is about 40 minutes. But we do have the ability to what we call leapfrog drones. So if we have an extended job, we can have one drone in the air. When the battery starts to get low, we send another drone out,
Oh, boy.
bring this one back, swap the battery, and just keep leapfrogging. So we have the ability to stay
So
on scene for a long
You
time.
could be on a scene. It's not just this running. You could, oh my
That's
goodness.
correct.
Amazing stuff. It really is.
I love it.
Director, I'll give you the last word.
Well, one thing I want to say about the safety and the search Glenn just mentioned, a search in a neighborhood could take hours with K9, multiple resources. This took under a few minutes. So just think of the saving of time for the police, but the safety. Many police officers get killed, they get ambushed.
Oh, God forbid,
they don't
yeah.
know what they're walking into. So this equipment will save lives of police officers, first responders, and our residents. And I'll close with, once again, we're proud to be a first of doing this, and we couldn't do it without your support, your council support, our elected official support. So that's a key partnership for us, and we're going to do the best we can with this to keep all our townships safe.
It's always been, with me, it's always back to police, make sure they have everything they need, training and all of this stuff. That's a very important thing for Bensalem. And I know we have the best police force, and I can brag. Do you want to add anything?
No, thank you for having me, Mayor. This has
Good to
been
be
great.
with you.
love
I
it.
hope we can convince you to have you for a lot longer. And Matt, good luck. We have Matt here that's going to be taking over a lot of this stuff, and it's important. You got big shoes to fill. So, any questions about any of this? Certainly, you can call my office, and we'll direct you to whoever you would like to speak to. So. Any other information? This is incredible technology. I have no idea. I might be flying out of this chair when they don't like me or something crazy. But anyway, everybody, till next time, God bless.